Philadelphia Eagles will look to retool and regroup to get back to the Super Bowl in 2023. And yeah, not only is it very much a realistic possibility, but it's probably most likely what's going to happen because, yeah, this team they were rearing and ready to go. Arguably the best defensive line in all of football last year. Nick Sirianni and company, they did tremendous work. But as far as their needs for the 2023 NFL draft, there's a couple. They're definitely going to look to potentially retool some of that defensive line. Also, maybe, like Jason Kelce's a stud, but he's getting to be up there in age, so maybe they want to do some things with the offensive line. I know there's some free agents going around for this team, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But today, we're here to address some of those needs in our Philadelphia Eagles 2023 mock draft. It's our 1.0, which means a couple of different things. Number one, no trades. We're just going to see where the board falls. And then number two, also have some fun with it. So we're going to bring you here to our mock draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. 7-round mock draft, high speed, low drag, because I ain't got that kind of time. Advanced settings, yes, is what we're going to show you is, care for positional value, relatively high draft for needs. Also, we're actually going to put that a little bit higher. Randomness, a little bit of randomness because things happen in the draft that make you scratch your head. Plus, things get weird in life once in a while. So, all right. So we're going to go to the Eagles here at pick number 10. Also, Miles Sanders is going to be a running back, or a free agent running back, going to be something to see there. So, a little bit of randomness here already. So the Panthers go with Devin Witherspoon, the corner out of Illinois, to start things out with. That opens up the door for the Eagles to get Quentin Johnston, which again, I don't think wide receiver is as much of a need for the Eagles because what is it? Only Zach Pascal that's the only free agent. Like, Devonta Smith and company, A.J. Brown. Do you really need another wide receiver? But okay, fine. It is what it is. So yes, Brian Branch. What's going to be the thing here? So I think Brian Branch would immediately be an upgrade over anybody they have. I'd say not an upgrade, excuse me. You have C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Marcus Epps, and all those guys that could potentially be free agents or looking for other teams. So Brian Branch, that way you get a rookie that's going to be a stud, a hard-hitting rookie. He's the man. I think he's going to be just nasty going to the Philadelphia Eagles here. So you get Brian Branch, and then literally the Saints give Bijan Robinson, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I guess it is what it is there. So I also want to get some help at edge for the Eagles here. Osiris Torrance is there. This is interesting. Will McDonald coming up out of the, let's see, who's there at defensive lineman as well. There's some dudes here. I love it. I also, DeJuan Jones is there. I love DeJuan Jones. I'm going to go Will McDonald, the edge player out of Iowa State here. I think his length, obviously, again, the Eagles having some guys that will hit free agency. He's going to be a lot of fun. Will McDonald's going to be a lot of fun. So after that, I think you got to go corner at some point here. Absolutely. Or at least something like that. John Michael Schmitz is there. John Michael Schmitz falling to you here. I also need D lineman, though. I need D tackle. Keanu Benton, that's not fair. Keanu Benton falling to you deep into the second round. You're going to be back in the third. Or John Michael Schmitz. Again, I think, Jason Kelce, he's still a stud. I'm not gonna worry about it. Plus you got Cam Jurgens who's waiting in the balance. You don't need to worry about center. Yeah, exactly. Seriously, why is PFF putting center as a need? Come on, you're better than that. So I think D lineman is definitely the go here. Defensive, Keanu Benton there. That's nasty. Ooh, Cam Smith is still there too to help you out at corner. Shoot. This is interesting. Okay, yes, Tre'Davious Hodges. Tomlinson is there too. So who's going to be there at corner and D lineman? So D lineman at 90, Jacqueline Roy is going to be there. Who's going to Keanu Benton's just too good to pass up, right? Who's going to be there? Okay, Darius Rush is going to be there. Clark Phillips the third. Jalen Jones. This is a really good spot for the Eagles. They could trade down, get some more draft capital, get some dudes that they want to go get because I would love it. But between Cam Smith and Keanu Benton, where do you want to go there? Cam Smith is a stud. He's a shutdown corner. I also want a safety, too. Who's there at safety? Actually, we already took a safety. What am I talking about? What's wrong with me? Okay. So I think right here we got to go Keanu Benton. He's an absolute stud on the interior. He's just a road grader, or he just takes up double teams in the defensive line. I know you kind of double down on edge and D tackle here, but man, this is unfair. Clark Phillips the third is there. Yeah, that's not even hard. The tough part is you could trade down here, or you could get some more draft capital if you're the Eagles, and you could potentially get a guy like Drew Sanders, Clark Phillips, and then also get Keanu Benton on defense. That's just nasty. That's just nasty. Okay, so we went, and running back is also going to be a need too. So even in the 7th round, it's not like you need, I mean, you got Jalen Hurts. You don't need the best, you don't need Bijan Robinson, but I mean, he was there for you at 10. I think that's a little high, especially if Brian Branch is there. That's not even a tough decision if you ask me. Again, I think the Eagles can trade down and get some more draft capital here. Yes, you want to get a running back in the 5th, 6th round, fine. That's cool with me. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Eagles, they're going to be fine. Ooh, Muhammad Ibrahim, yeah. The dude had over 1,600 rushing yards. What was it for the Golden Gophers? Yeah, he's an absolute steal in the 7th round. I love it. So, last pick here at 250. Linebacker? Tyson Bagant. Lou Nichols the third is there. Tyrus Wheat really intrigues me. Let's see, who do we got? Leonard Taylor's there. Jordan Howden. Love it. Dante Stills out of West Virginia. Love it. Love it. Do I want to double down on edge? Do I? No. Jordan Mims is there. Ooh, Charlie Thomas out of Georgia Tech. Charlie Thomas out of Georgia Tech, because it's always good to have a 7th round linebacker that you get for special teams. There we go. We did it. So, grading the draft here according to PFF, they don't like this. I can already tell because, we didn't get any wide receiver help. Don't need it. Like, okay, fine. You want to get somebody in free agency that's kind of cheap and it can be your number 3, number 4. Fine, go ahead and get it. But you don't. I mean, you got A.J. Brown, you got Devonta Smith. You don't need to worry about it. And they're still under contract. So Brian Branch, Will McDonald, is it the 3rd, the 4th? Yeah, it's the 4th. So you get help at safety. You get help at edge. Keanu Benton, they're going to be that new defensive lineman for you. That's a steal. Keanu Benton, he just resets the line of scrimmage. It's him and Jordan Davis. Not fair. Absolutely not fair. Clark Phillips the third here. I love it. Getting him here in the 3rd round. I think he's a guy that if he doesn't start right away, he's going to help you out a lot. Muhammad Ibrahim out of Minnesota. I mean, he's just he's an all-star at running back. He's quick. He's powerful. He can do it all. I really like him. I think getting him in the 7th round is definitely a steal. And then getting Charlie Thomas, the linebacker. Again, getting a guy at linebacker to help you out on special teams or be in that backup in the mold of things. I love it. And again, this is our mock draft 1.0. I think the Eagles can trade down from 10 and potentially still be in line to get a guy like Bijan Robinson. That would be ideal here. But Muhammad Ibrahim, I mean, if you want to get a guy in the 7th round and talk about value, that's value. That's absolute value. But let us know what you guys think, how it all ended up for our very first Philadelphia Eagles mock draft in 2023. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truly awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our very first mock draft for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023.